Boy Milk Main, we're back here in the shack. Back here trying to get this dirt bike running. I had engine swapped it. It had a 2020 KO 125 on it. It has a 110 big bore. I believe it's a BBR. Here's the big bore kit right there. Got my kit set up right here. Big header. Pushes out a little extra torque, so it got a little more jump to it. This is the bike that we did take it off of. I'm sorry about me using the face cam because my other camera is broken. This is the other bike that it was on. But it had a very, very dog back tire. So I took the motor off of this one, which had stator problems, the fuse was blown, etc., stuff like that. Basically, it didn't want to run. The starter would sound like death whenever you tried to crank it up. And the other one ran perfectly fine. It just needed the back tire on it. So yesterday I did a little engine swap. It took me about an hour and a half. Put it on this big bike. Got my new clutch handle set up, everything. Got all my wiring all up in there pretty good. Got my stator. My purdy stator. Oh, it's on the other side. Hold on, y'all. Got my purdy little stator right here. Still having some issues with the carb. Some reason, when we took it off yesterday and swapped it, it just started pouring out gas at the bottom of the carburetor. And whenever I had actually taken the carb off and looked at it, it had a pin-sized hole about yay big sitting at the bottom. So we took a little bit of this here JB Weld and got her all fixed up. Now she's inside the freezer, getting all set up. Let me go to my freezer. Got my freezer all set up, getting her all nice and cool. There she is. All because of that. It's not even through the other side. It's literally at the bottom. Which is stupid. Because any other time, you don't have these kinds of problems. But for some reason, whenever I had it on the other bike, it ran perfectly fine. And didn't have a hole in it, nothing like that. So, I swapped it over. And surprise, surprise, everything I touch kind of breaks. So, in the meantime, from us swapping it to this bigger bike, it somehow had a giant hole about right here. And now, we got a little bit of that JB Weld. This thing is extremely cold, so I'm probably going to hold this thing inside of my jacket. Got it all nice and JB welded up there. Big old gloopy mess. But we'll see if it works here in about an hour. The JB Weld's still kinda tacky, still kinda sticky. Hopefully this doesn't cause any further problems, because if it does, I'm gonna be JB Welding it once again. But this time I'm gonna be taking out the overfill and seeing if that works. My camera just failed. Anyway, here's the finishing touch. Looking all nice and beautiful, looking like a 250. And this is surprisingly a very big bike for a 125. I'm 6'2", and this thing comes all the way up to my stomach, just about my chest, if it stands up straight. And then, I pulled a goofy earlier. I took that bolt out right there, and for some reason, she just started pouring out gas at the top of the carburetor. But, like I said, something happened from switching it from this bike to that bike. Don't know how, because the engine literally guards, excuse my voice crack, it literally guards the bottom of the carburetor. It sits at the bottom just like this, and it has about that much room to where it doesn't slide and stuff like that. It doesn't hit anything, but somehow it busted a decent little size hole in the carb. So now we're just waiting for this here JB Weld. Yeah, my weight kickstand. We're just waiting for this here JB Weld to get done, so then we can put finishing touches up on it. And hopefully this thing runs again, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna burn it down.